Definitely him.
What?
And Cam can be more precise, but I don't think this is more than a week old.
Epps has been in prison for 7 years, which means he's an accomplice killing people on the outside.
And I wonder how many more there are.
This is where the hamate bone was taken.
Victim is female, mid-teens.
Extensive contusions around the ankles.
Yes, and bone damage, too. Hip displacement, elongation of the spine. He hung her upside down.
I agree. And while she was still alive, too. Is that part of Epps' MO?
No.
So his accomplice threw in some flair of his own.
9 years ago, Epps kills someone and buries her. He goes to jail 7 years ago.
Last week, his accomplice kills another girl and swapped wrist bones with the girl Epps buried 9 years ago.
How do they communicate?
Inmates are allowed phone calls, visitors, letters, but those are all monitored.
He has a wife.
Look at this. It's a burn. A cigarette, probably. And there's this. It was jammed in her shoe.
And she wasn't wearing it?
The mine victim's dental work identifies her as Sarah Koskoff, Bethesda, Maryland. Disappeared 3 weeks ago. 16 years old.
Sarah Koskoff. She fits Epps' victim profile perfectly. Brennan.
Yeah, Bones, it's me. Listen, I talked to Sarah Koskoff's parents. They said her dream was to own her own beauty shop. She worked for a hair salon in the city.
Don't tell me.
Yep, M Salon, Cleveland Park, owned by Caroline Mapother.
Now known as Caroline Epps.
You know, you remember when I was nice to her and you weren't? This is why.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. Is Howard okay?
Howard's fine, Mrs. Epps. Don't have to worry about anything. I couldn't help but notice the help wanted sign in the window. Did you recently lose one of your employees?
It's, hard to keep help that doesn't steal from you.
Sarah Koskoff steal from you?
No. Why? What did she do?
She died. You know, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you, but when was the last time you saw her?
3 weeks ago. She just stopped coming to work. She died?
Did you ever, talk to Howard about her?
I don't know. Maybe.
Howard ever see a picture of Sarah?
I don't like this. What's going on?
She was found buried, face down, in an abandoned mine. Back of her head bashed in, wrists, ankles tied. Your husband's MO.
Poor Sarah. But Howard has been in prison for the last 7 years. How could he kill anyone?
He is an accomplice.
You think it's me?
You love your husband.
I love the good in Howard. I reject the evil. We're going to have a child together. I've petitioned the court to let Howard donate.
Yeah. I have a search warrant here for your home and your shop.
You don't need a search warrant. You can look anywhere you want because you won't find anything.
Sarah Koskoff was hung upside down before she was killed. That suggested torture. I was hoping it was in the basement of a beauty salon, but my agents, they didn't find anything. What's that?
Religious medal Sarah had in her possession.
St. Agnes, patron saint of young women, especially those who remain pure.
How do you know all that?
Catholic bones.
SAHS.
You know, St. Agnes High School. Except, Sarah Koskoff went to public school. Oh, God.
What? What does that mean?
It means I have to go talk to a nun.
We have no student at St. Agnes named Sarah Koskoff.
Maybe she's a friend of one of your girls.
As soon as you called me last night, we implemented a telephone tree asking precisely that question. No response.
Do the names Howard Epps, Caroline Epps, Caroline Mapother mean anything to you?
May I have the keyboard?
Yes, sister, yeah, of course, here.
I need to enter a password.
Oh, yeah. I'll be right over here.
I'm Catholic. I go to Mass every Sunday.
Almost every Sunday. I'm very trustworthy.
Nobody by any of those names. I feel that I have been very patient in regard to not asking what this is about.
Oh, yeah. Murder victim, young girl, was found with this religious medal.
Helen Majors?
Helen Majors. Who's that?
This golden medal is given to the Holy Spirit Award winner every year. I presented this medal to Helen Majors myself.
May we please see Helen Majors? Talk to her.
Helen left school 3 days ago. No one has seen her since.
3 days ago, Helen had that medal. Yesterday, we found it with Sarah Koskoff's dead body. It's possible Helen is still alive.
We have Caroline Epps under surveillance.
I hate this.
All right. Booth.
I don't want to find that girl's remains in some mine, Booth.
Reiner Hatton?
Address 7408 Haskell Street, Cleveland Park. 22705 to control. Men en route to a possible HRT incident at 7408 Haskell Street. Requesting backup.
Affirmative 22705, 7408 Haskell.
What?
Epps' prison letters log show in the last year he wrote 6 letters to a man by the name of Reiner Hatton at that address. Caroline Epps might not be Epps' accomplice after all.
What are you doing?
Where's the siren alarm?
Don't touch.
Okay, Bones, I'm going in. You're gonna wait outside. No, I don't want to hear it, all right? When backup arrives, tell them there's a federal agent inside. Which one is it?
Great. A vacant lot.
I'm going to be a father. The judge granted our petition for artificial insemination. When I make my donation to the baby bank, I'm going to be thinking about you.
Who's Reiner Hatton?
Oh, Reiner. Alter freuen mit ein Leichen Geschmack.
The letters were addressed to a vacant lot.
I must have written the address down wrong. I'm slightly dyslexic, you know.
Hey, come here. You know, I really enjoyed playing your game.
Now, you know what? There's a girl out there hanging upside down with duct tape over her mouth.
Booth, let him go. Let him go. For all your faults, Mr. Epps, you were never interested in letting your victims suffer. You didn't torture them. You're not that kind of man. She's an innocent child.
She's a young woman. And there's no such thing as an innocent woman. Look within yourself. You know I'm right. You know, I'm just guessing here. You understand, but I think you'll find that Helen Majors has less than 24 hours to live. Better get going.
Sorry.
What are you asking me for?
You said you've dealt with manipulative men before.
Sweetie, this is a psycho killer. Not some loser who wants you to co-sign a loan for his jet ski.
Yeah, Epps is pushing me around, and he's in control. I hate that.
You know, Epps is acting kind of like a boyfriend.
What?
Well, you obviously fascinate him. He can't have you, and he can't kill you, so he wants to make you hate yourself.
God, Aunt, what kind of boyfriends have you had?
Let's keep the focus on you and Epps, okay?
Okay.
Epps knows that you'll never forgive yourself if you don't find Helen Majors before she's murdered.
Not only is Helen being tortured, but her family must be in agony.
You see? This is what he's doing. He's putting pictures in your mind. He's messing with your objectivity.
There's nothing I can do about that.
You have to step back, okay? Let the rest of us deal with the families. You find Helen. That'll keep Epps from getting a jet ski out of you.
Bones. Caroline Epps, not an accomplice. She was at work when Helen Majors was kidnapped.
Alte Freund mit ähnlichem Geschmack.
Yeah, whatever.
It means old friend with similar tastes in German.
I don't know. Epps telling us the name of his accomplice? That's too easy.
Well, if it's too easy, then why can't we find him?
What? He talked about impregnating Caroline.
What is with Caroline Epps? I mean, why have a child with a monster like him? I mean, what's she going to tell the child when it grows up? Hi, your daddy's a monster.
Look, time out. You got to detach from this, all right? We let Epps get under our skin. It's exactly what he wants.
Zach was right. Epps is trying to break us. Not only did we save his life, but he is still killing.
I found traces of ethylene oxide and high levels of an antibacterial agent on Sarah's ankles. Also, polymer residue found in Polygenics latex glove liners used by people who handle toxic substances.
Airport screeners, cops.
Wait, prison guards?
Lauren Hathaway was a nationally ranked junior golfer in 1997.
Yeah, it's Booth. I need to know if Howard Epps ever had a prison guard by the name of Reiner Hatton.
She disappeared on May 9th after leaving the Southampton Country Club in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Check and see if any guard changed his name.
Reiner is German for pure. Epps has a thing about that.
Translate the name and see if that comes back in any form and you get back to me.
It's a victim from the park?
Her father is in your office.
What?
Why didn't you say that?
You were on the phone.
Booth. I can't do this one. Maybe Angela can help.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
My wife died 5 years after Laura disappeared. I think because she just gave up hope. Part of me is glad she's not here today for this.
We're sorry for your loss, Mr. Hathaway. For both your losses.
When Lauren disappeared, the police originally suspected her golf coach.
Yes, he'd had an affair with one of his students the year before. Ironically, his alibi was that he was with another student.
Does the name Reiner Hatton mean anything to you?
No.
Do you recognize this man?
No. I'm not helping, am I?
That photograph is current. Here are some drawings that show what he might have looked like 10 years ago.
Yes, that one. He was a greenskeeper at the club. He helped us load the car one day. I remember because he told Lauren she looked just like his mother when she was young. It was an odd thing to say. I told the police about it when she disappeared. Why didn't they arrest him?
Caroline Epps. She knows something. She just won't talk to me.
Why?
No, I'm a man. Last time I checked.
Would she'll talk to a woman?
That's my thinking.
Fine, I'll do it.
Oh, no, you can't sarcasm it out of her. You have to connect.
You don't want to send Brennan?
No, Angela.
Angela's an artist, an expert in 3D reconstruction.
Well, unlike you and Bones, Angela is,
What?
She's better with the living than she is the dead.
Fine, I'll go tell her what she's just volunteered for.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
I've told you people everything I know. I don't see the point of this.